Hello, my name's Alexis Hagman, and I'm going to be telling you about the Egyptian creation myth. At first, there was only Nun. Nun was the name of dark, and it was the dark waters that rose out of chaos. Out of these waters arose a tomb. One day, a hill rose up out of the waters. This hill was created by a tomb because he had nowhere else to stand. This hill was called Ben. On this hill stood a tomb. A tomb was the first god, and he created himself using his thoughts and power of will. A tomb was alone in the world. He was neither male nor female, so the Egyptians considered him to be bisexual. He had one all-seeing eye that could roam around the entire universe. And one day, a tomb joined with a shadow to produce his son and daughter. A tomb gave birth to his son by spitting him out, and he named him Shu. Shu was made the god of air. A tomb vomited up his daughter Tefnut and made her the goddess of mist and moisture. Shu and Tefnut were given the task of separating the chaos into principles of law, order, and stability. The chaos was then divided into light and dark and set into place. This order was called Mat. Mat formed the principles of life for all time, and he was light and pure like a feather. Shu and Tefnut had two children named Geb and Nut. At first they were tangled together as one. Geb, the earth god, is Nut's husband. He is representative of the mountains and valleys of earth. The sky was a goddess called Nut, and she was kept from falling to the earth by Shu. Shu kept Nut from falling to the earth by lifting her up so that she became a canopy over Geb. Shu and Tefnut longed to be together, but in the name of the order of Mat, they had to be apart. Nut produced rain for Geb, and in return, Geb made things grow on earth. As the sky, Nut gave birth to the sun every night before dawn. The rising sun's name was Khepri. As the sun rose towards midday, it was called Ra, and when the sun set in the west, it was known as a tomb, and when it set on the horizon, it was named Horus. Every single night, Nut would swallow the sun, creating darkness. The moon represented the god Horus's left eye, and the sun represented his right eye. Seth was a lunar god, and in constant battle with the god of light. Shu and Tefnut once got lost in the dark waters of Nu. And because the tomb was so desperate to find his children, he sent his all-roaming eye throughout the heavens and earth to try and find them. In time, Shu and Tefnut returned with the eye, and when a tomb saw them, he wept with joy. And when his tears hit the earth, they produced the first men. As the men populated the earth, they had to uphold the truth of Mat and abide by the principles of law, order, and stability. They had the task of worshipping the gods, but in return, the gods protected their creations. Of the first men that were created from the tears of a tomb were Osiris and Isis. Osiris was the good king of the earth, and he ruled over the earth for many years. Isis was the queen. However, Seth was jealous of Osiris because he wanted to be the ruler of the earth. Seth was the lunar god and the god of storms and darkness, and he was in constant battle with the god of light. Seth grew so angry with Osiris that one day he ended up killing him. After his death, Osiris was sent down into the underworld, and Seth remained on earth and became king. Osiris and Isis had one son named Horus. Horus was the god of the sky, and he battled against Seth to regain the throne. When he won, he was now made king of the earth, and Osiris was the king of the underworld. And that is how the Egyptians believed the creation of the world to be.